Hello everybody, Bob Adams again, and welcome to the second of your video series to be reviewing. This is what, why, and how, all about SimTradePro Inc. So what is SimTradePro? Well, SimTradePro Inc. is an Oregon-based corporation providing avenues to the means and resources for investing in areas that are usually unavailable to the general public. It functions as the entity to create and support investment clubs and partnerships. Now, we got quite a history on this one. It does this by preparing the entity, holds the required quarterly meetings, provides attendance of voting records, and searches for other investment options to be presented to the group to discuss and decide. It is not an investment advisor. See the contractual enrollment agreements for details. So why SimTradePro? Well, the history of SimTradePro originated from supporting individual investors with technical assistance using a robotic stock market software program. As time went on, it became obvious that more money invested yielded a much higher return. This is called exponential growth. To create the better return rate, the concept of utilizing investment clubs/partnerships was created. Using these entities allow the combined or ordinary taxable funds, like cash, with self-directed retirement accounts. As the stock market software results changed, it became apparent we needed to look at other options. The Forex market was investigated and found to have much better returns. However, the access to trading in the Forex was very limited in the United States by the enacted Dodd-Frank Act. This provision limited the available leverage to 20-1 and required qualified investors to participate. At one time, there were literally hundreds of Forex brokers available in the U.S., but with these new requirements, there are now only 2. While the rest of the world banks offered the Forex investors 100-1 leverage, they became the targets of the United States' demands to limit access to foreign banks for U.S. citizens. Today, the majority of international banks have capitulated and no longer take U.S. citizens at all. Well, to counter this limitation required investigating some new options. It was discovered that foreign banks can take U.S. corporate accounts. This includes investment clubs and partnerships. Determining which bank and broker to use became the next issue. There are lots of questionable banks and brokers throughout the world, so we looked for the ones that the biggest businesses in the U.S. are using. The results? Google and Apple use the Royal Bank of Scotland, and the primary brokerage service there is Squared Financial. We contacted both of these services and verified we would qualify. Finally, we needed a source of trading services. We started with several established successful strategies, but they soon fell prey to unprecedented and absolutely unforeseeable market changes. As the market took on some new dimensions, this is primarily because we have this new U.S. president that shakes up everything in the financial world, we discovered that most of the traditional options for trading were becoming unsuccessful too. We eventually found a trader in Bulgaria who combined strategies that now seem to be immune to the normal ups and downs of this new market. These will be discussed in the very next video that you'll be watching. So here you have the best of the best. SimTradePro handles the technical requirements to be a legitimate investment club partnership and access the highest return options available. This is being done with 30 years of tax and business experience. Our accounting and tax preparations are handled here in the United States. Each quarter report is reviewed by our CPA services in Utah, and the year-end tax returns for each partnership is also done by the same firm with 30+ years of personal and business tax preparation history. The actual investments are being handled by licensed services overseas. LMFX is the trading service provider in Bulgaria with 15 years of experience. Squared Financial is the broker in Ireland, which is 15 years in experience there as well. And the Royal Bank of Scotland is the bank, also in Ireland, with over 300 years in experience. So how to become part of SimTradePro? Well, first of all, you must be able to invest wisely and willingly. Investing must be seen as a means of potential gains and losses. Carefully watch all of our videos and call to ask questions. There is a one-time enrollment fee of $3,000 per person. Now, this does not include your spouse if both are investing retirement accounts, but only one enrollment is required if you're investing cash if you're filing a married filing joint tax return. This fee can be paid up front by wire, credit card, or withheld from your Roth retirement account. Now, once you're enrolled, you can add as many cash or retirement accounts under your name as desired at no extra cost. Now, each investment club partnership must have a minimum of one person to a maximum of 30. We do have single member LLCs. Have at least $250,000 to start with. Each investment club partnership member must meet each quarter by attending an online meeting or viewing the recorded meetings. Must report their attendance and vote by email. Must submit a directive each quarter for direct desired actions to be taken with their personal investment. And this will be discussed in detail in the next video. The only other fees involved are bank fees that are automatically withheld from the activities of the trading and high water fees of 25%. 5% goes to SimTradePro to maintain the partnerships and 20% to the trader services. These are applied only if there are gains in a quarter. If there are no gains, there are no fees. These fees are calculated on an individual basis and paid either by withdrawal from the investment funds themselves or by credit card each quarter. In the next video, the details of the actual investments and options will be discussed. See you there.